Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sarala. Welcome to Millet Magic. Another version of Khichidi which is popular in South India, so much so that there is even a festival linked to it, is Pongal. On the day of Sankranti, also called Pongal itself in some regions, both sweet and spicy versions of Pongal are made to celebrate the festival of harvest. So today's recipe is the simple and humble Millet Pongal. We will be making both sweet and Khara Pongal. Khara meaning spicy in Kannada. Khara Pongal has no masala as such, and yet with very few ingredients a tasty dish can be made. I am going to be using 1 cup of kodo millet, 1/4 cup of moong dal. Please note the ratio 4:1. You can use any millet you like. I'm also going to need 1/4 teaspoon of hing powder, 4 green chilies finely cut, 2 inches of ginger grated, cooking oil, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 3 teaspoons of jeera, half a teaspoon of mustard, some desi ghee, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and coriander for garnish. For the sweet pongal, I am going to be using 1 cup of kodo millet, 1/4 cup of moong dal, desi ghee, 1 big cup of palm jaggery syrup, little bit of elaichi powder to taste, and 1 cup of coconut milk. The sweetness in palm jaggery varies to a great extent, so you can add more or less depending on your requirement. I always use palm jaggery as a syrup since I am able to filter it and remove the small amount of dust which is usually present. It's also much more convenient to use this way as there will be no difficulty of dissolving the jaggery. Since the first few steps of both Khara and Sweet Pongal are the same, I am going to do them together. First, I am going to roast the millet very lightly just until it becomes a little warm. And then I am going to transfer the roasted millet into another vessel, and once it's completely cool, I am going to soak it with 1:3 times water since I want the millet to become soft and mushy when I cook it. After 6 hours, I am going to cook it and keep it aside. Side by side, I am also going to roast the moong dal until it emits a nice aroma. Once it's cooled down, I am going to soak it for 30 minutes and then cook it until it's soft and mushy. Sometimes the dal and the millet will not cook well together. That's why I've cooked them separately and then mixed them. But you could cook them together as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to gently pound 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I don't need a fine powder, a coarse one will do. And also gently pound 3 teaspoons of jeera. Now I'm going to heat 4 tablespoons of oil in a pan. And once the oil is hot, I'm going to add half teaspoon of mustard and allow them to splutter. And then I'm going to add in the coarsely pounded jeera and the coarsely powdered black pepper. Next to go in are the finely cut green chilies and then the grated ginger. During the entire process, I'm going to keep the flame on sim since I don't want the tadka to burn. Next to go in is the hing powder. Next, I'm going to add the softly cooked dal and then the rice. Then add water to adjust the consistency. I'm going to add a little extra water because I know that a lot of water is going to get absorbed and I don't want to end up with a pongal which is too thick in consistency. Then I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric. I had already added turmeric while cooking the dal and now I'm going to add a little more. Next, I'm adding salt to taste. And after 5 minutes of simmering, I'm going to top it with desi ghee. Garnish with a generous amount of fresh coriander and the Khara Pongal is ready. To make the sweet pongal, first I am going to heat the palm jaggery syrup. I am going to add around half a cup of water because the syrup is too thick. If you don't have the palm jaggery syrup ready with you, you can make it easily. Just coarsely pound palm jaggery to get 2 cups of it. Pour half cup of water and allow it to rest for half an hour so that it starts to dissolve. Then place it on the stove and allow it to simmer for 10 minutes. Filter it and your palm jaggery syrup is ready. You can store this for around a week or 10 days. There is no need to refrigerate. And now that I can see the bubbles, I'm going to add 3 spoons of desi ghee. Now I'm going to add in the cooked moong dal. And with continuous stirring to ensure that no lumps are formed, I'm going to add in all the softly cooked millet rice. You might be thinking that I've forgotten to add dry fruits, but actually, dry fruits are loaded with chemicals used to grow and to preserve them. The benefits which we all think we get by eating dry fruits are surely outweighed by the damage done due to the chemicals we ingest while eating them. So unless you're sure that your dry fruits are organic, you can skip using them. After 5 minutes of simmering, all the ingredients have cooked together and started to thicken. Now I'm going to add in 1 cup of coconut milk, and this is going to elevate the taste. So make sure you don't skip this important ingredient while making sweet pongal. You can visit the link in the description box or click on the I button to know how to make coconut milk. And lastly, I'm going to add in the elaichi powder. Give it a nice mix and sweet pongal is ready. You don't need to wait till pongal to try these dishes. Make them right now and enjoy!